Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Bow and Arrow Tarot. Today we're doing the full moon reading for the sign of Libra. We're going to get right into it and pull your animal spirit card. Alright Libras, here we go. For this full moon period, May 2019, lovely Libra, sign of the scales, air signs, born in the month of October. Known a lot of Libras in my life. A lot of friends have been Libras of mine. A lot of my friends have been Libras. So, let's get your animal spirit up for this period. So, the full moon readings for the next 2 to 4 weeks, at least until the next new moon, if not until the next full moon, should be energies resonating with you. If they resonate with you at all, alright? See what your animal spirit is for this May 2019 full moon period for sign of Libra. Here we go. And the card is the bee. The bee's been coming up for everyone this period. I think this is the third time it came up. All right. So air energy, right? At the bottom, more air energy with the dragonfly. Very magical, beautiful. So the dragonfly is talks about believing in magic, believing in creativity, inspiration, having that kind of lightheartedness, you know. To life. The bee, the busy bee, right? Very sociable, very busy. Air energy, pollinating, you know, part of the cycle, part of the life cycle. Very important job the bee has, is underrated a lot of times. This little bumblebee, they do their work solitary, but they come back to the hive, so there's a sense of community with the bee as well. All right, so let's get your Deviant Moon reading. The deck that I'm using, the Deviant Moon deck for Libra. For this full moon period of May. Give us a nice clear reading, what Libra can expect. Look out for. What energies are surrounding Libra this period. Cards have been jumpy tonight, but all the readings are happening today. Today is the full moon, May 18th. So I do all the, in my lunar readings, I do on the day. So full moon readings on the day of the new full moon, and new moon readings on the day of the new moon. So I'll be filming and uploading for the rest of the evening to get the last 6 signs out. All right. So this is Libra, full moon. Show us a clear message, please. Thank you. All right, we'll go around. We'll take each card in turn. I do my lunar readings a little bit differently. Instead of turning all the cards over at once, as I pull them, I go around in turn and, you know, follow the story. Because it is very much a story of what's happening at this time. Oops, upside down. All right. Bottom of the deck, Knight of Pentacles. All right. So Knight of Pentacles is the slow knight. He comes in, but he's methodical. You know, his quest is true. He will get there, but he gets there slowly, right? It's a slow opportunity or a message, a union, you know, a slow change. So at the center, you've got the Empress. So this is mother energy, nurturing energy, right? It can indicate new life, can indicate children coming in, that you may be getting married, you may be becoming part of a couple, a union. And over it, you have Justice. So very much could be weddings, could be a wedding, a matrimony of some sort. Right? But the Empress is it's the divine feminine, right? Divine feminine energy. So, you know, it could be that you're being called to be that responsibility right now. It could be that that's just how you're feeling right now, Libra, right? Right now, you're just feeling very kind of pretty and into your own. You're kind of nurturing your, I mean, this could be male or female, but right now you're really kind of nurturing that side of yourself. I know most of my watchers are females, 97%, you know, so but still, you know, it's either or, but this is an energy that you're cultivating right now, this kind of very like, you know, getting into yourself, pampering yourself, taking care of yourself, looking after yourself. You know, it's Venus energy as well. And then over it as well, you have Justice. So that could be, like I said, legal issues. We'll clarify that. Let's see here. Okay, so these cards are, I don't really read reversals. So most of these cards, sometimes a reversal will come up, but rarely. That's because I clear my decks between readings. So that's why I was wondering why they were in reverse, but I laid them down. So 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. So you've come to a period now, Libra, where you're quite satisfied as well. That could be it, why you're into this kind of, why you're exhibiting this Empress energy right now. You've really worked hard. You're at a point where you've established yourself. You know what I mean? You've established yourself in whatever field you're in, or whatever talent you have or career you have. You know, you've come through a long period of kind of like working your way up, and now you're here, you're established, you've kind of arrived. That's how you feel as well. The World card is there too. You definitely have come to a point where you realize what it is you're meant to do. You're happy with your decision, right? Your goals in life. It's not like you're searching. You're well on your path and you know it. You see it. You see the big picture for your life right now. Ace of Swords as well. Interesting. A lot of these cards came out. Both of these cards came out for the last reading for Virgo as well. Ace of Swords. So you've come just recently. You've had a period. You've had a message or something coming through. A period of vindication, a conversation, or interaction with somebody that's really left you feeling kind of like, you know, Ace of Swords is the beginning of new projects, but a lot of times as well, it's the beginning spark of something new, because it's kind of an affirmation that you're on the right trail, right? This what you wanted to do, or this inspiration you had, you were right about it, and you should go forward with it. And this is kind of like the reaffirmation card. You may have gotten a message or some kind of communication through, or a conversation with somebody that's reaffirmed that, yes, you know, you are on the right path. Your ideas are, you know, will bear fruit. You have the Magician as well. Interesting. So I said I don't normally have reversals. You have a reversal up here. Magician card has come through. So you're definitely feeling like a master right now. Like I said, you know, you've come through this period where you've really worked hard. And now I think you're really feeling kind of like in your own. You know, you're feeling good about your skill set. You've got that level of self-esteem. You feel like you can manifest, you can do anything really right now, but you're feeling the skill. You're feeling your skill level has gone up. In control, right? The Magician, a lot of times, especially when it comes out into a reading that's primarily about life or career, can really talk about having mastered a particular skill or having mastered a particular profession, and feeling like you're really like, you know, you're on kind of like you're hitting your stride, right? King of Cups has actually come out reverse, which is interesting, because reversals, like I said, because I clear my decks, it came through during this shuffle. So that means King of Cups, somebody has been pulling back. Somebody's not sure about a union. They're not quite committed. They don't really want to take that step, right? It could be you, it could be the other person, but something's halted. You may have had some forward motion, but you feel like something's halted right now as far as your love is concerned. It could be that your career is kind of coming in, that these kind of most recent, right? The most recent communications you've had coming in, especially with this Justice card, you may, like I said, you may be dealing with legal issues. I feel like it's stalled, completely stalled, kind of your love your love life or your relationship, right? Or whatever relationship you've been in, or perhaps it's a new relationship that's just started and it's kind of stopped before he even had a chance. The King of Cups is upside down, so his commitment is not quite there. It's not coming through. The same thing as Seven of Cups. This talks about having a vision that's not quite accurate of what, you know, you see them, the cups, but you really don't see them for what they are. You're not really sure. You know, you're kind of like, you're not on the same page with your lover. If you are with a lover, if you are in a relationship, you guys aren't the same page right now. You're not seeing the relation. You both don't see the relationship the same way, right? And so there's a level of confusion. You see that he's trying to paint a picture of what he sees, but the picture is so totally different from what he sees. So there's a level of confusion in your love life right now. Nine of Cups, right? Yeah, again. So you've had Pentacles, Swords, but then these Cups coming up, which are, a lot of them are really indicative of not being sure, not going forward. Here we go. We have Nine of Cups as well. Nine of Cups talks about having everything you want at your fingertips. You know, you can just pick and choose. You have a choice. You know, you have the love, you have the children, you have everything you want in terms of your relationships right now. He has the genie in the bottle, and he can, all of his wishes kind of are coming true right now, right? So that's where you're going to be moving towards. I think that, yeah, I think you've had some kind of legal issue coming through, Libra. And this legal issue has kind of stymied your love life. I don't know why, but for some reason, this legal issue has kind of stymied your love life, interestingly enough. And it's kind of been halted. It's kind of had you reevaluating. You're feeling okay, though, because you're feeling very independent. You're feeling like very strong female independent energy right now. So you're okay. But it's definitely, you know, you've been dealing with something that's that you've had to deal with, a burden, a responsibility, and it's somehow really come right in between you and your lovers. Although you're going to come to a period where it's all going to come back to you. You're going to be able to manifest what you want again. You're going to be able to be in control and pick, you know, and pick the direction for your love affairs to go, right? Or your relationship to go. Eight of Wands, again, talks about not being too hasty. Be careful not to make a decision too quickly. You see, she's ready to cut down all of the wands that she's planted that you know, have taken a long time to establish. She's ready to cut it all down, but you know, she needs to see this message. There's a communication coming in for her. A message is coming in for this character, but she doesn't see it. You know, so this talks about making decisions without having all the information. Don't make a hasty decision, right? Don't make a decision too quickly. Like I said, if you're dealing with legal issues or something like that, wait for that issue to be resolved. Try not to be too impatient. Justice talks about, you know, it talks about fair justice. So if you're in the right, you will win. Try not to, you know, mess up the process by not allowing it to finish properly. So this is definitely a warning, that Eight of Wands. This is definitely a warning card to be careful. Take a step back. Be patient. Wait until you have all the information before you make a decision, certainly. And that's going to be coming up for you. It could be that that's going to be a challenge, or some issue will come up around this possible legal issue, right, that you're dealing with. This kind of very, could be legal, could be contracts at work as well. Anything like that that's a formality, really, right? So there's going to come a time in this full moon period where you may feel like making a hasty decision. Don't do it, Libra. Be careful. Let's get some clarity from the Thoth Deck. Show me some clarity for Libra for this full moon reading of May 2019. I don't want these videos to be too long. I want to get you a clear, concise message. I don't want it to be too long, but let's see. What does Thoth have to say about this reading? Give me a clear, concise, clarity reading on top of these cards for Libra, please, for this full moon 2019. All right, here we go. All right, so Knight of Wands, right? That's it, coming in at the bottom. Coming in swift with his passion star, wish fulfillment, star and world. So you finally got your wish. It was a wish of yours to have gotten to this point, especially of knowing your path. Worry, right? So you've come from a period of worry, and that Ace of Swords has come through to give you that reaffirmation. Again, the Fool here. The Fool fell in this position for the last reading as well. You have the Fool with the Magician. So you're starting on a new path, certain. And the Magician here comes out. Unbelievable. So you've got two magicians coming out and another magician coming out. You are really in control right now. You're about to really come out on top and manifest everything that you've ever wanted, Libra. Virtue, Three of Wands to clarify that, Knight of Cups, and Lust, or the Strength card, otherwise known as Leo. Four of Cups is at the bottom, so luxury, coming from a period of luxury, certainly. Let me put this over here so we can see it. Wow, what a clarifier. So Knight of Wands certainly has come in, right? So you were at a period, you were very comfortable, right? You were feeling good. You've established yourself, and someone's come in like a powerhouse Knight of Wands. I think maybe recently someone's come in for you, right? With a lot of passion. And maybe it's gotten you a bit fired up, right? It's gotten you a little bit like, it may have fired, you may have been a little bit too, right, comfortable for a little while. So recently, some of your inspirations, some of your passions, perhaps you're getting fired up by this person, this character, this personality. It could be a friend or someone that's come through. Like I say, Knight of Wands is very fiery energy. So that's on your mind. You've had some kind of encounter, perhaps with a fire sign, or someone who's definitely displaying very fiery energy. And it's on your mind, right? That wish fulfillment, you're definitely getting your wish fulfillment in terms of knowing where you're at in life, how you're feeling, in terms of your path, knowing that you're on the right path. It's always been kind of like your wish. You've been trying to manifest it for quite some time, and there you have it as the World card, you know. Worry here, like I say, you've been dealing with some kind of issue, I believe, and there's been a lot of worry associated. But that Ace of Swords, most recently, if it hasn't come yet, it will be coming. Like I say, you see that crown of victory there. So you're going to get some kind of affirmation that you're kind of on the right road. Don't worry. You know, the worry card is not necessarily about real worries, but it's about imagined worries, fears, anxieties, and that's where you've been at recently. And that could be and that's why this message is coming in. It's going to make you feel a lot better. It's going to turn things around. It's going to totally dispel this worry for you, if it hasn't happened already. And you're going to be feeling on top of the world, like it's a whole new you. You're starting a whole new chapter, right? And you feel better than ever. You have the Magician there. And the Fool card, new beginnings, ready to start a new journey, certainly, right? Right on top. So that's what you're ready for now that you're coming out and you're feeling a little bit more yourself. That's going to be coming in this full moon. That's as well something you've been wishing for quite some time. You've been wishing for a change, I think. I think you've also been hoping for perhaps some travel or a change in routine. You may have been stuck in a rut waiting for this like process or whatever issue to finish. And you feel like, ugh, you're getting cabin fever, you're ready to get on with your life. You know, sometimes life, everything is halted until a certain issue is resolved. Certainly up here, like this issue, what I said, the King of Cups, this forward motion, perhaps your love life has been kind of halted or stymied. You're certainly going to feel like you can bring that right back to where it was, because you have the Magician again as a clarifier on that. And again here, the Magician exalted. The Thoth deck actually has three magicians. One is exalted to the top of the world. The other one is a complete, total equal balance and equilibrium, right? He's the Magician that's in complete control, right? And balanced also. He's not overexcited. Here the Magician is just like crazy manifesting, right? Which is great too, but sometimes this energy can be a lot. And this energy here is the Magician really balancing his life, right? So you're bringing some balance. You're manifesting balance in your relationships as well here, right? And it could, like I said, this is Seven of Cups, is the relationships where you kind of lost your way. You kind of lost, you know, what does the relationship really mean? And I feel like as a result of all of this and going into your Empress is for certainly, right? You're going to be bringing some balance to your relationships and how you look at your relationships as well and how you deal with them. Could be Libra, that maybe you've just put the relationship on the back burner because you just couldn't deal with too many things at once, but you realize now that perhaps you need to always still include that. Hence you lose focus or you lose sight of what the relationship really is, you know. Sometimes you can lose a relationship putting it on the back burner while you're dealing with other things. And then your lover says, well, why wouldn't you just include me and let me help, you know? And you're like, oh, I didn't want you to help. I wanted to handle it by myself. But in the meantime, while you're off handling your shit by yourself, your relationship is falling apart. It's dying because it's not being infused and it's not being fed. So that's a warning for that as well. And just to let you know, that you're going to be bringing that in line and coming to a very virtuous point, again, where you can manifest what you want in your relationships. You're going to be happy, right? Dream come true, wish come true, genie in the bottle type of energy again. Because you've been virtuous, because you've been true, you've been honest, you know, and you have the right communications, you know, you're having the right communications, you're doing all the right things. Strength card here to clarify the Eight of Wands. Remember I said don't do anything too hasty, and the Strength card is all about that, right? Not being too hasty, being in control of your baser emotions, right? Those kind of fight or flight emotions, or the, you know, envy, jealousy, things that lead us to panic and that lead us to make hasty decisions or decisions that are just not in balance with ourselves, right? So the Lust card also, like I said, Leo, right? So yeah, you're being asked to control that side of yourself, especially later on in the next probably 2 to 3 weeks. You know, things may happen and things may get a little bit passionate and you have to be in control, right? Remember to practice virtue and remember to have a handle on your emotions. You've worked so hard here with the Magician to really take hold of your life and yourself so that you can manifest the things that you want in your life. So remember that when things start to get hot and heavy and heated, not to take it for granted that you are in control, but to make a conscious decision to look at yourself and make sure that you're not lashing out or that you're not making hasty decisions out of anger or spite, frustration or worry or anxiety. Okay, again, this Knight of Wands is quite interesting. I wonder who this is. It almost feels like this person is someone, could be someone that came in and is the person that has come in and turned this Knight of Cups upside down. Maybe somebody else, you know. You might have been involved with somebody and this Knight of Cups has come through and totally shaken everything up. You were all fine and comfortable and it's like, oh, okay, who is this Knight of Wands coming through? Right? When my King of Cups up here is turned upside down, but who is this Knight of Wands coming through with this passionate kind of like, you know, interaction that has inspired me so, right? So, yeah, you're coming through a really touchy, difficult period where you've had to deal with something that's called all your energies. You know, it's a responsibility that you had to deal with. Like I said, it could be a court issue, it could be a contractual issue, but it was some kind of mandatory issue that was compulsory where you were required to like see it through to its end. And I feel like you're coming out of that period now. You're going to get some vindication. You're going to feel really good, but this is very much how you handle the situation. How do you handle this going forward? To protect yourself and your relationships. All right. So that's an interesting reading for you guys today. Let's pull a couple of angel therapy cards and see what the archangels say about your situation, what to look out for. Admonishments, warnings, reaffirmations. Give us 3 cards. Help out the Libras with this reading. Show me for the full moon, May 2019. Lunar reading. Show me what Libra needs to watch out for, or affirmations you'd like to give to Libra. Show me. Heart chakra. Keep your heart chakra open. Singing and dancing. Again, that came out earlier. and emotional sensitivity. So those are the things you need to do this month. Keep your heart chakra open. The answer that you seek is in your heart right now. Be open to giving and receiving love. Singing and dancing. Express yourself and awakening your psychic senses through the magical power of music and movement. Absolutely. When you're feeling frustrated, right? Definitely dancing, singing, letting go of that energy. That's full energy, singing and dancing as well. Singing and dancing through life, but really, in reality, the actual art form of singing and dancing releases a lot of negative energy. Emotional sensitivity. Honor and respect your deep sensitivity as it is a gift to all of us. Again, that's as well the same as virtue, right? You're virtuous. Three of Wands. Consider who you are when you move forward. Consider that every step that you take needs to be in line with who you are, your conscience, your soul. You need to exercise virtue. All right, my lovely Libras, this is your message for the full moon of May 2019. If it resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you get notified on all my videos, not just some of my videos. And for now, I just want to tell all of you who've watched and commented so far and subscribed, thank you all so much. I love you all. Have a wonderful full moon, Libras. Bye-bye.